Hi you guys, Kathy here with Team Unique in the Creek on our Tuesday night. Good to see everybody here. Make sure when you come in you say hello. That way I know I'm not talking to myself, and I'm going to see if I can get everybody either up on YouTube or on our Facebook page. So let's just see what we got going on here. Might take a minute for this to come through. Oh, here it looks like it's coming through. So that's a good thing. I don't know if it's going to come on YouTube, but we'll see if we can get us on our regular page anyways, right? On the Unique in the Creek page is usually where I find myself. Here we go. Yay. All right, we got ourselves. We're good. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. You can see I'm giving you a sneak peek of what we're doing tonight. Look how great this sign is. Now, you've seen these on Unique in the Creek before. This one, however, has sold out. You guys know when Lori gets these in, you know, this real fun, different stuff in. Hey there, Tina. Hi, Ella. You have to jump on these when this stuff comes in. And boy, did I jump on some of these when they came in, right? So I managed to get myself one of these beautiful, beautiful signs. This is all metal. And we're going to fancy this up. I know you've seen some of these be done before. There was a Santa Claus one, and this one has sold out. However, there is one on there, a couple on there, I think, with some cardinals. So you can go grab yourself some of those and do those to work with as well if you would like to. So yeah, we're going to be working with this sign today. I'm going to show you all the products we're going to be working with, and then we'll get down to some business, right? So this wonderful sign. And we are going to be using these. These are little kind of mini swags, you guys. These are mini swags. I got these from Joann's just like last week. So you can get these. They run on sale for $5 a piece. So you know how we've been doing these signs with the rectangle boards. Well, I decided to mix it up just a little bit and give you guys another option to do these. Hey, Tina, Kelly, and Margaret, how are you? Sharon's in here too. Thanks for watching. So you're going to need 2 of these. Again, this was from Joann's, just a little mini swag, and I did put this in the description. And you're going to need 2, right? 2 of these, because we're going to be putting these in the corners, these 2 swags. Now, they did have these in a flocked as well. And you guys, I almost was going to use the flocked. In fact, I went and bought the flocked special for this project, but then I liked the regular green better, and I'll show you why afterwards once we get all of our ribbon and colors on here, our stuff on here. So we're going to be using those 2. And the ribbons I'm using today, you all, now this is a ribbon, a 1.5 inch ribbon from the At Home store that I got quite a few years ago. Now I know Lori has one on like this, I think in blue. I think there's one available, so you can grab that. I'm also going to be using this, and I don't know where this came from, but I did put the SKU number so you guys can try to look that up if you want to. And we also have this blue snowman ribbon from Unique in the Creek, and she still does have this available if you all want to jump on the wagon and grab that. They're all 1.5 inches. Now what we're going to do tonight, you guys, we are going to be using the Pro Bow, the hand, to make our ribbon, our bow with tonight. Something just a little bit different because I wanted the bow to look a little bit different tonight. So those are the ribbons that we're going to use. So I've got 3 of them. And then I picked out some picks. Now, while I was at Joann's, you guys, looking for those swags, I decided I was going to do kind of a one-stop shopping. So I did pick up these beautiful blue leaves. Now look how gorgeous these are. So I picked these up from Joann's as well. All right. And everything, there's 50% off. And I picked these little guys up. Now, you guys, I forgot to list these because these were in a bag, and I forgot I had them until just a little bit ago. So I didn't list these, but these are just little picks from Joann's as well. And we're going to end up taking this apart, all right? I want to use these, but I'm going to save these gingerbread people for another time. So I really got this red just for this stuff. So we're going to use some of that as well. I also have this bucket o' balls here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I had bought, you know, at Walmart, they have these buckets, literally buckets of balls, and they have all different kinds of sizes. You can buy this size here. You can buy the next size up. You can see the difference. All different colors. This is a shiny one. This is a sparkly one. So I'm going to use some of these along with some of these on here. Now, I'm going to be clipping these off here. And these were gotten at Hobby Lobby a few years ago. It's cheaper to buy a bucket of balls as opposed to a stem of balls. So just go grab yourself a bucket, and then I'm going to use these as well, incorporate these. Ordered a little while ago. Good, Paula. So we're going to set those aside. I think that's it for tonight, you guys. That is going to be how simple. Oh, no. I got one more thing. So I want you to see this bag. So I have this bag. This bag here is full. This is full of greenery, you guys. Now, this is a long pine greenery that I have, which I flocked. So if any of you follow me at all, you know that when season comes for Christmas, either before Christmas and after Christmas, when we set the garbage out on Sundays and Thursday nights, Bill and I, during Christmas season, we go hunt for the Christmas trees that people throw in the garbage, right? So they're out with their old Christmas tree, they want a new one, and so they throw it away. So I go pick the top of the Christmas trees up, I pull it all apart, and then I have all the greens from these trees in my bag that I can use on my projects. Because if you go to purchase stuff like this, you guys, it's expensive. So by clipping all of these off a tree from somebody else's garbage, I'm a garbage picker, yes I am, then you can have yourself, you know, a fun time putting flocking on here and the whole bit. So they come in a different, you know, different ones. You know, they've got the long pine and then this here, which is pretty traditional. So I'm going to be using some of the long pine tonight in with our swag. All right, so we're going to be incorporating some of this long pine in with this swag. So if you see me bend down, I'm bending down to get some of these guys. I'll take a few of them out now so that we have them available for us. And I won't need too many, you all, because these are pretty big. They're pretty big. Some are flocked a little bit more than others. And you just have to figure out what it is that you want to use on yours and so on and so forth. I'm going to try to pick the good flocked ones out here. And I don't know how many I'll need, but I'm thinking a half dozen or so, right? I'm probably going to need at least, I don't know, 6 or 8 of these. That one's not got so much flocking on it, so I'm digging for a little more flocking, which I found. I think that's probably all I'm going to need. So I'm going to dump this bag and put that out of there. Now, earlier, before I came on camera, I made a bow out of the Pro Bow because I didn't figure that you guys would want to sit here and watch me make 2 bows on the Pro Bow. So tonight I am going to make this bow on the Pro Bow the hand. I am not going to give detailed instructions, you guys. It's hard to teach the Pro Bow, quite frankly, unless you're focused on teaching the Pro Bow. Okay, if you want to learn how to be a little more proficient in Pro Bow making, then you can, Jackie Blewett from Jackie's Recent Things has done tutorials strictly on Pro Bow, so you can learn how to do these. And Regina Sellers from, who is the creator of the Pro Bow, she gives detailed tutorials on these as well. So we're going to make one just like this, okay? And that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to bring my Pro Bow out, and we're just going to kind of go along fairly quickly on this, you all, right? Fairly quickly. So I've got this set up on row B, and I've got it row 4. Here to row 4, I've got my 3 ribbons that I'm going to make, that I'm going to use. I've got 2 wires cut probably 25-30 inches a piece. 2 of these. You're going to need 2 of these wires. And then I'm just going to kind of take these 3 and I'm going to stack them on top of another. So I've got this red on the bottom, I got the striped in the middle, and then I got the snowman on top. And I'm going to pinch it about 1 inch here. And then I'm going to just take it, I'm going to bring it around here, bring it around this peg, this peg. Actually, no, I'm going to do this first. I got to put my wire on here. Put my wire on, shorter wire. I got one shorter and one longer wire. I'm going to use the shorter wire for here. And just give this a little nub. All you need to do, you guys, is give this a little nub, about 1 inch, and then I'm just going to wind one wire around one way and the other wire around the other way. So I end up having one wire up and one wire down. I'm going to bring it around this spool and this spool. I bring it down just a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. Bring this around just like that. And I'm going to wrap these wires around here. And I'm going to take my other wire and wrap it around a nail which is on side of this. So that's going to help this bow stay steady and stay where I need it to be. And I know you can't see that nail, you guys, but like I said, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I don't really want to teach the pro bow. It's pretty detailed, so I'm going to not teach that tonight. All right, so I've got all three of these here wrapped around here. The pretty side of the ribbon is always facing away from you, and I'm going to start making my bow here. So I'm going to pinch it here. All right, and then I'm going to twist it. And I should really have this off this because it tends to slide. So, and I know I'm twisting, going in a different direction than I should be here. Let me see. I'm going to do this the other way. Hang on, guys. I'm going to do this the other direction. I'm left-handed. It does make a difference in what direction I do this. For me, it does anyways. I'm going to come around and do this kind of, I think, maybe, let me see, undo my ribbons here. And I think I'm going to bring these maybe this way, just like that. That's better. Wind this here and wind this down here. That's a little bit better. And go this way with it. All right, so there, the first loop is always the hardest because it's just kind of hard to start it. You know what I mean? Just kind of hard to start it. There we go. And now I can move these guys ahead and then start looping all of my ribbon where it needs to be. Now, once I have one of these on each loop, I'm going to bring in a second wire, which will be my helper wire, which helps me hold this ribbon because sometimes it just gets a little bulky. So I'm not going to go into detail again. I'm just adding another ribbon in here, and if you want to know where to add it and all that, you guys, go on either Jackie's recent things or Pro Bow the Hand, and she will tell you how to do this. Grab my little thingies down here. Sometimes you get in those tight spaces and you can't get them. All right, so there's my helper wire right there. So I'm just going to even this out, even the ends out on my helper wire, and I'm going to twist this into place right here, and it's going to hold my ribbon for me while I continue to wrap my ribbon around these dowels. All right, so that's the purpose of my helper wire. All right, so we're just going to bring these through, keeping them always in the same order at which we have them on here. And it's really just pinch, twist, and wrap. So pinch, twist, bring it around, and wrap it onto the next one. Once you get it going, it goes like pretty much like clockwork. And if you're new to making things on the Pro Bow, you guys, I would suggest you start with just one ribbon and practice, 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 right? It's a practice thing on this. Alrighty. All right, so there's that one. I'm going to wrap this. Oh, I'm going to bring this around. Pinch it and twist it. So I pinched it, twist it. There we go. And now I can grab my helper wire and help me hold that on here like that, which is perfect because we're going to stack these right up. Is what we're going to do, is stack these right up. Okay. See if I can see more comments here. And I'm always keeping these in the same order at which I put them on here, right? We never want to mix these up. That would give you a hot mess. I got one wire I got to put underneath here. There we go. So out of my way. And again, pinch and twist. Pinch, bottoms up twist. Wrap it around the next dowel, and then back to the center. It's wrap it around the dowel, back to the center, pinch and twist. And again, if you are new to this, make sure you watch those other videos. Okay. I just figured we'd do something a little bit different than the regular bow maker that we use, right? And sometimes it's fun because honestly, if you do not keep yourself going with this, you guys, you would have a tendency to kind of forget how to do it, you know. If you don't practice, you forget how to do it. All right, this is going to be our last pinch and twist. You can see this moving, right? And so I shouldn't have it on here because it's just too slippery. You need a nice firm space. This does have little rubber feet on it, which makes it nice, but you know, rubber feet or not, if you've got it on a slippery surface, it's not going to work well, right? All right, we got that out just right because I've just run out of one of the ribbons. Okay, and there's that. So we've got all of these set. And now I'm going to just wind that up. And then you decide how much tail you need. And I don't think I got too much of a tail here. I don't. So I'm just going to cut these off here. And I'll probably get about a foot. I'm thinking about a foot, you guys. And that's going to be that for those, all right? That's going to be it for our ribbons that we used. I'm going to put those aside. And then what we're going to do is we are going to, I'm going to see if I can see my comments on here. And then we're going to just take this center wire and unwind it. The wire that I've wound around this nail down here, we're going to unwind that. And then we're going to get those two together. And then I'm going to take all four of these wires and twist them together so I get one. And then what we can do is just lift this right off these pegs, right? Lift them right out of these. And then we're just going to fluff our bow, right? Just kind of the way we usually fluff our bows. Yeah, you have a difficult time with this. Yeah, I know. All right, so now what I'm going to do, see, I kind of put my own hook on here. Can you guys see this hook right here? I put that hook on there, so it's kind of my thing so that it helps me, my fluff box kind of, so I can fluff this out pretty good. So I just wrap it around that hook. Y'all, don't be afraid of the Pro Bow, you know? Nothing to be afraid of. Just get some scrap ribbon and practice it. All right, so then all you have to do, you guys, is separate these apart now, right? So we've got 3 layers here, remember? Because we've got 3 ribbons. And we're just going to start pulling these apart. That's all we're going to do. Just like you would a regular bow, right? So just there, north, south, north, east, and west. And then you can spread all on one side or go from side to side to side. I'm going to go side to side because that's easier. Then I can pull these out opposite. Since I've got this one here, I'm going to take this one and put it over on this side. So I just try to like to do these opposite. And just keep going opposites and you'll be fine. All right, if you just go opposites, your bow will be fine. Alrighty, and then the next level right here, pull that apart. And the same thing with here. I'm going to go opposite what I did. See, here, here. And then here and here. Actually, maybe I'll go there. Okay. And then this one. And then I just start pulling. Then I just start yanking all over the place here. And it will turn out super pretty. All right. Get your layers, just pull them layers apart. A little yank. Now the center one, you guys, the center one is always for me, it's like, I'm not really sure what I want to do with this center one yet. You know, I'm just not really sure sometimes. So sometimes you can just leave it and spread it apart like this, which I think is what I did in the other one. I just kind of left it like that. I thought it looked funny when I started spreading the whole thing out and about. So I'm probably going to leave it like that. Just 3 little bubbles on there, and then we'll take this off. And yes, we'll fix it when we get it on our project, but for right now, that's kind of how I'm going to leave it until I get it on our wreath. All right, so I can see it's kind of messed up here. But that's when you just have to move your, all you got to do is move your loops around. That's all you got to do. Once we get it on there, we'll decide where the loops need to go, and that's kind of about what we have. All right, so it's kind of like a gift. It's like a gift bow for me. I call this my gift bow. So whenever I want a bow to look like this, I use the Pro Bow. It does have a definite different look than the other bows that we make. Okay, so there's our second bow, right? We got 2 bows here. All right, this one looks a little bigger. This one's probably going to go on the top. This one's going to go on the bottom. So I probably put an extra stick in here that I didn't have before, but that's all right. And we'll put this away. And now let's bring this out. So how I prepared this, you guys. So I took a drill and I put 2 holes right up here, one here and one here. All right, I don't know if you could see that. And then I put 2 holes right down here. Can you see those holes that I put? Right here. One here and one up here. See those holes? So I did them in opposites. This end and this end with the drill. And then what I'm going to do is just take these guys, right, and pin them on here with my zip tie. Or you can use a zip tie, or you can use your pipe cleaners, whatever is easier for you guys. Take our tag off there. All right, but I'm going to use a zip tie. Let's see. And probably a 4-inch zip tie will do it, but I've got the 6-inch here. So there's a back side of this, and then there's an up side, a front side. So I'm just going to take it and bend it. So we can bend it around this corner here, right? This is flexible. See how we just bent that? And I can put that right up there like that, and then zip tie it right in here. So I'm going to put my zip tie in. So this is just another option. Instead of using the rectangle boards, this is another option for you to do one of these large, I call them like window signs. They're really cool. Get in there. Okay, and then we can zip tie that right in, nice and tight. Now remember, our bow is going to go on there, so this is great. It's going to be covered up. We won't ever see this. So that's that one. And then we can put our bottom one on as well, right? Take this off. I got a couple flocked ones, Joanne. Yep. Because like I said, at first I thought I was going to use the flocked, and then I said, well, I'm just going to use the green ones and add some flocked stuff to it. So, but yeah, you can just use the flocked ones if you want. And then we can just take this, put it like that, right? And then we can tag that right in just like that. And boom, boom. Here we go. We got what we need, right? We've got our sign right where we need it. Just put the zip tie through these drilled holes, wrap it around here, and we are good to go. Could have had a little bit thicker hole for that one there. There we go. Oh, it's being poupée. It's kind of sticking down here. I think of it sticking on a piece of the metal. Huh. There we go. Kind of got a little stuck up there. All right, so that's down. All right, and now we are free. We are free to decorate on these, you guys, right? So then what you're going to want to do is kind of, the good thing I like about these is I can move these, pretty much if I want them up a little bit out so I can see more of this, I can do that. If I need this kind of in a little bit, I can move it in just a little bit. It's really flexible. So I can tailor that to kind of what I need right? Now, if I needed to, you guys, if we need to do another zip tie down here, I can always drill a couple more holes to make it a little more sturdy, and I might do that. I just thought we could get away with just the one thing of drilled holes on here, but maybe not. And my goal for this particular thing, you guys, is to keep this along the side as best I can because I want my snowmen to show because I think they're adorable. So I'm going to move my greenery out away from my sign a little bit so that I don't cover my snow guys up, right? There we go. All right, and then we'll do the same thing with this one up here. Okay, we'll just kind of get this guy where we need him, and these guys kind of where we need them. And I'm not doing too much to fluff them. I'm just, you know, again, moving them away from my sign. Now, if you have stuff that's only on one side and you need this closer down through, go ahead and move it down through. Whatever works for your design. All right, now what I want to do is I'm going to start adding some of these guys in. Now, these are pretty long for the most part, so I can cut these up to do what I need them to do. And I'm going to start on the top here. So this is the top, right? So this is going to be the top, and that's where I'm going to start, okay? So I got it sideways so that I can kind of see what I'm doing. And if I wanted length, if this isn't long enough for you, I haven't made up my mind if I think it's long enough for me yet, I can always come in with one of these pieces of greenery and tuck it in there and just give this a little more length down here if I want to. And I just might take that and leave it down like that and add some other ones. So I've got my glue gun now. I could use a glue pot if I wanted to, but I didn't bother putting my glue pot up here because I just thought, well, you know, I really don't think I need the whole glue pot. So I'm just going to intertwine some of this frosted greenery in here so that it kind of gives it just a little more depth, right? Hi from Canada, Michelle. Yep, you're welcome, Paula. And then just, you know, just put these kind of where you want them. I'm just going to stick them. There's not a particular place, just whatever looks good to you guys, right? I'm going to stick this in here. I love this flocking. It has a little sparkle to it, you know. I'm going to stick one up here. So I got one here, there'll be one here, and one here. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want to make sure that my frosted side is up, facing up. So this will be a fairly simple design, you guys. A fairly simple design. And then we'll do one more. And this is a little shorter, and let's see, that'll work out well, I think. I'm going to stick this right kind of up at the top here. Snuggle that right in up there. And then we got these beautiful frosts now hanging out of this, right? So we can see the little frosting here. Now I do have more frosting flock that what I might do afterwards is flock more of this, but it would need to be done in the garage, and it would need to be done so that it's not going to, the flocking wouldn't get all over the place. So I would probably flock these in the garage a little bit more if you wanted a little bit more white in there. So I'm going to need a few more other than what I got here. I hope I have enough. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to make these pretty identical. Kind of get this one down here, stuck in there, so it kind of hangs out the end just like that one does. Then we'll go on the same pattern, and I'm going to need to pull a few more of these out. This one looks really long. I have to stick him way up in there. So these are free, right? These are a free product. There we go. We stick that way up in there. We got this guy who looks just a little bit different, but I'm all right with that. They all don't have to be perfectly matchy-matchy, right? Oopsie, I dripped some on my sign. Ugh. They don't have to be matchy-matchy. And then this one will go right on the top up here. Yeah, and we'll kind of just lift our little pieces of branches up in here. And we'll put that in just like that. So that's what we have. And our bow is going to go here, don't forget. So we don't need a ton there. So that's what we have for the top here. We've got those little splashes of white in there. And that's going to be really, really good. And I will do the same thing to the bottom. So I'm going to come in again. Boy, these are looking pretty good. I'm going to come in again. And I'm going to get my bag of tricks here, right? Because we've got to get a few more of these out. Oh, we got a little baby there. A whole bunch of these. A couple little babies. Bring these out. And I suppose if I wanted to, you guys, these are really flocked. I could stick a couple of these in there too, but it's much, much brighter than the flocking that I got on there. I think that might be it for those. That might be for all those that I flocked. So let's get these in here. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wouldn't you know, I got 7. So we're going to have to work these in just a little bit differently. So I'm going to put this on the bottom. Again, that's going to stick out the bottom just kind of to match these guys. And I'll spread this out just a little bit differently because I'm short one of these guys. This is a little bit different pine here, just a little bit different. I'm putting it in there because this guy's got some in there and this guy's going to have one in there. So now you guys know that, you know, when it comes closer time for people to put their trees up, that you all got to go out there and grab yourself some of this pine because get it off the trees. They're trees and use it. And this one's going to go on the end because it's longer. It's free stuff. Take it home. Get your heavy duty clipper snippers out, so that you can snip all these because they're kind of hard to snip. And now I got one more long one here that I'm going to use. I'm just lifting these up and sticking them all in. And then we got a couple little short ones here. We're just going to add wherever. One there, and we'll add one over here. And it won't matter much because the bow comes out that area. These ones must have been used before on something. I probably took them out. Know me. I'm always taking things apart, you know, and reusing them for something else. All right, so that's what we have so far. Kind of looks a little weird, huh? But it won't be. It won't be. We got some bushy going on. Bushy. But we can rein these guys in if we need to, remember. We can rein them all in so they're not so bushy. All right, now so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to put the bow on next, you guys, because I need to see what else we're going to be decorating with here. Remember, we got these things. We got these blue flowers, which look perfect with our blue and our scenery here. We got some red picks that we're going to use and some balls. So I'm going to put this larger bow up at the top here. So let's get that done. I'm going to put the larger bow at the top. Now these guys, these tails, I'm probably just going to have drift down the side here, I think. So let's put this guy on. And I'm going to see if I can get them in the same holes as, I don't know, as the zip ties. I don't know though. I'm hoping. Yes, I can. That's good. Okay, so there's that one. And here's that one. So there's this bow coming up, and I want these tails down this way. Okay. So I might have to adjust this a little bit, which is no big deal. All right, so we got that on. So that bow's on there, and then here's our 3 tails, which I will cut. So they're not long. I didn't make long tails. I didn't want them too long. That's my be all I need. I got a couple things to put down there. There's that. I'm trying to get it up here so you guys can see it, but this is a pretty big project. All right, and now I'm going to spin this around and put the other bow right down here on the bottom. How pretty can that be? That's you know, this is beautiful, just like it is. So pretty. You don't need to add much to these, you guys. These are so pretty. Okay, the other one's going right up here. Right through. Let's see, where's my tails? Let me get my tails where I need them. And I like to even out my wires. It's easier for me to get them through here. So I'm going to put these right through here. There we go, there's that one. So that's easy, right? And let's get the other one and get that through. Cut this off just a little bit. There we go. And we'll get this one through. And these are green wires, so they're kind of blending in with everything that I have here. I'm going to try to work those together here. There we go. Okay, that's in, so that's good. We'll get this one going. And my tails, I want my tail to be, let me see. I have my tail going that way. All right, so now we have the bows. We can spread these out. All right, there's that one, and that one, and that one. There's that. Okay, so there's our bows. It's hard to see because this is big. You guys, when we're done, I'll hold this up for you. I'll hold this whole thing up for you so you can see the entire thing, all right? So there's that. So we kind of have these corner to corner. Again, we might have to move them just so we can see our guy. All right, now what we have to do is work on, these bows are beautiful, by the way. Just beautiful. Wow. So now what we have to work on is we're going to work on embellishing these ends here, and we're going to add some color to this, okay? So I think what I want to do first is add some of this, which is from Joann's. All right, and so what we need to do, you guys, is we can just pull these away, right? These just kind of go away like that. And we have these long stems, which are good because, you know, and then I can just take these and start working some of these in. Now, this is the bottom, so I'll work some of these toward the top here. And again, I'm just going to take my glue gun and glue these guys in. Just kind of slide them in here. Nope, that's out too far still. I'm going to cut that down a little bit more. I don't want it hanging out that much. I'm going to hang it from the end there. Kind of going over that pine that I put in there. And then we'll make these. So we have a little bit of color going on in here. And then don't forget, we have also red to put in here. So I'm going to put probably 3, probably 1, 2, and 3 on this side. So we're going in 3s tonight. Just going to do these in 3s, but look how pretty that is, right? It's gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to go kind of on the inside here. I'm going to pull, well, maybe we'll go underneath this. let's see. Yeah, let's see. I want it to show, so maybe we'll kind of tuck it a little behind a bow, just a little bit. So there's that blue hanging out there, which we love. And we're going to put some red in here too. Remember, we got some red picks as well. And we got one more that's going to go on this side over here. Right? One more over here. So you can do this whole thing with one pick. Just one pick. One bush of this stuff. So pretty. The colors are so... So 3, I'm going to just pick this up and slide it right in here. So that makes 3 of these, and these leaves are movable. And then we're going to come in here with some red, all right? And we'll fix the bows afterwards because... So for me, you guys, this is slippery, slidey, see? So what I would do is I would drill some other holes here and grab one of these pieces of greenery and zip tie the greenery down. That's what I'm going to do afterwards, is just zip tie this greenery down because it is a little flopsy-mopsy. So we'll just do that afterwards. All right, we're going to do this side. And we're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to come off the edge, sides. Hey Sandra, Sarah, hi everybody. How you all doing tonight? I'm glad you guys can be in here to watch this while I make it. I think it's going to be super pretty when we're done. Right? So we're mimicking so these edges kind of look the same, right? We want them to look the same. Oh, I hope I have enough. I'm going to be in trouble here. I might have to take these down a little. You will need 2 of these, you all. Heavens to Betsy's. I only bought 1, so I'm going to have to rethink myself here. I don't really have enough for that edge, and I could have put some of that up. Well, we'll get more. What I'll do, you guys, if I don't have enough here, which I don't, I'll get more and place it in and then get a photo to you guys after I get it done. How about that? Here I'm thinking, oh, I'm all about it. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I have more than enough. But you kind of forget that you've got 2 sides to do, not just 1. So get 2 of these. You get the idea anyways. Right? Okay, so now we're going to come in with red. And I'm sure I probably don't have enough red either, right? But look how pretty that is. Whoa! Yowza, right? Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I'm going to hold this back. I'm not going to do the top because I really want you to see a finished half at least, right? All right, so these are what I bought. Remember, I bought these sprays at Joann's. Now, I really just wanted the spray and not the gingerbread. So, but I couldn't really find what I was looking for. So I'm going to take the gingerbread out. And I'm not going to use these swirly gigs either. I'm not going to use the swirly gigs. I don't think. Now, I could change my mind, but for right now, I'm just going to pull these guys apart. And what I can do for this one, you guys, is I can cut these a piece, right, apart, because you don't need these whole ones for a whole thing. So I'm just going to cut these down, and then we'll start putting these in so we can add some red in here on top of that blue. Right, because the blue is beautiful, but we do need some red in there as well. And boy, does that make a difference. I'm only going to need 2 of the reds. So I think I have enough reds here. Let's see. I'm going to cut that one down. Cut that tail off there. We don't need that tail. And cut this down just a little. There we go. And then we've got this piece that we could slide in over here, which is perfect. Alrighty. I guess I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I got to be down that way anyways, next door to Joann's tomorrow anyway, so I'll just go pick more of these blue up, and then I'll finish this and take a photo of it for you guys. Alright, so that looks really good. We've got the red. See how we've taken the red and we've introduced the red in there? Right, so we've taken the blue, and then we've got the red coming in here as well. So that kind of evens that all out beautifully. And then we're going to do the other side of that. Silly me, I started at the bottom first and then instead of the top, right? You think I'd finish the top first, but nope. I did not finish the top. So let's see, I want to kind of mimic this. I kind of want on each side of this. It's going to be the same. And then this, yeah, this is working out good. It is pretty. The leaves, the blue really shows, yeah, it'll really show up really good. I'm going to add one more here. I feel like I need one more there. Just because I think I do. There we go. There we go. Put 3 on that one. Did I put 3 on that one too, did I? No, 2. That's okay. That works. All right, so there's that spot right there. So there's that one. So I can come in. Now I want to come in with, I think, a few of these balls. Remember we bought some of these balls? Well, we had some of these balls, and I particularly love these colors with this here. And now, like I said, you can put these other different ones in here, different sizes, but I think just a few of these sprinkled around will be really, really pretty. And I kind of like the bigger ones. You know, I thought I was going to use this branch of small ones, but I kind of like the bigger ones. And maybe what I'll do is just mix these up, because I kind of like all of them, quite frankly. I love all of these. So what I'll do is I'm just going to take some, like we've got space down here that looks a little bare naked. So I'm going to take some of these balls and work into here. Or maybe kind of hidden down under there. Just going to place it right underneath all of this. Right down under here is where I placed that ball. All right. And then let's grab some more. So I've got some lime green here. I've got some dark green. I love this light blue. Let's throw in some light blue. This one looks like it's got a little glue on it. There we go. Oh, but it won't show up that much, but we'll stick some in here. Maybe one right there. The best part about this is, you guys, there's no, I mean, you don't have to really plan it all out. You can just kind of put things where you feel like something needs to go. Another one of these. Or this has got some snowflakes on it, which is really, really pretty. I like that quite a bit. It's something just a little bit different. It's a little duller. It doesn't show up as much, so I think I'll use this one, because I want this to show up in there, and I'm not sure the dull green really does. Right? So we're just going to stick some of these guys in here. I love that. Just a few. Now, let's see, I'm going to maybe put one more down in here. And I think I want that to be a big one. So I think another red one. Put another red, maybe another red one under the bow, kind of like that. And again, you can pick these balls up anywhere, you guys. These are, you know, you can find these anywhere. All right, so there's that. And then do the same thing down to the other side. Just kind of, I'm not going to have the pattern match. I'm just going to put some more down on the other side. Right down here. And yeah, just whatever. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And slide that right there. Okay. And I do love this dark blue. Look how pretty that is. That's real pretty. So I think we're going to put some of that in here. Let's see, we want to put that. These are going to hang down there. I want them to be seen. So I'll stick that right on the edge there. And they stick really well because we have all this greenery that it can stick to. And let's see, this is kind of pretty. I kind of like that one. Let's do that one. Okay. And I'm going to slide this one, I think, right up here next to all that so you can see it. So that's that. All right. Now I have some greenery sticking up here and it's bothering me. I'm going to take it down just a little because my bow isn't sitting right. So I'm going to clip that off. I'm going to make this work for myself, right? There we go. I wanted this to sit just a little bit better. And there it does. It sits just a little bit better. I want to get this bow correct here. All right, so there's the bottom part of this. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is, right? How gorgeous that is. Really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. And so this part is going to be the same thing once I go get more of these guys tomorrow. And so 2 of these, and you will need 2 of these guys, because I'm going to need all of this. And I didn't quite use all of this on that side, but we could put a little bit in the bow if you wanted to. But I think that's what I'm going to do tonight, you guys, because I got to finish this kind of on my own tomorrow. And then what I'll do is I'll put this, you're going to do this side really the same as this, and I will come on tomorrow and I won't come on tomorrow. I'll be putting a video or a photo of when I finish this up for you all. Right? So we got to kind of leave it half done. I apologize for that, but God, this took more stuff than I thought. And again, I forgot that I had 2 of these. Now watch this, you guys. Watch. We're gonna do something else. So hang tight for a second. I want to show you another option. Hang on. Hold on. Hold the fort. Hold the fort. So we're going to take this top part apart for a second, but I want to show you another option. All right, so what we could do, now that we take this apart, I just want you guys to see. So I'm taking everything off here for a second, because I want to show you a plan B, if you will. All right, I want to show you a plan B. So I'm going to lift this off. I'm going to lift the bow off. Okay. And then we're going to take this off from here. Not like deconstructing what we just did, right? But I just kind of want to give you a couple options. I know that I'm going to make these holes a little bit bigger next time. That I know. So we could take this whole thing, right, our whole thing, and we could take this and just put it up at the top like that with our bow in the middle. So if we took this bow, which like that kind of goes there, and kind of had this up like this, right? And we could clip these, but you could have this at the top of this, like that. Move it up. And we could move these guys around just a little bit so they wouldn't be in our way if we chose. See, we've glued some of this to the bow, but you could just put this straight across the top, and then you wouldn't need 2 of them. You just need like the one of them. Right, and we've removed it up further so we can see this snowman here. We want to see all of our snowmen, but I kind of like that idea. Let me raise the camera so I can show you guys a little bit more, okay? Okay, so plan B would be if you wanted to just use one of these and have this up, right? Have that up like that. That would work too, right? Wouldn't that work beautifully as well? Because this turned out really super pretty. Turned out really super pretty, but I think this piece might have went over, went right there like that. So you can do this top or corner to corner. And tomorrow, when I put this back together, we're going to put this back corner to corner because I have these and I might as well use them. Even, you guys, even if it's like this, even if it's off the corner, right? Even if we take this, I'm going to tie the bow around I'm going to tie the bow around here just so I have it attached so I can move this around a little bit. So even if you did this, these don't have to run down the side and over the top. It can run like that. It can run on the kitty corner, right? It could run up here, like that. Or it can run at the top. Or it can run down the whole side like we just had it, right? It can run down the side just like we had it when we started. All right, so lots of options for this whole thing. You just have to put these two ends together, and tomorrow I'll have this all put back together with a photo of how it looked with both ends complete, and you can see how it looks, and that's kind of how that is. You like, which option do you like better, Phyllis? The top, so it kind of slides off the top. I kind of like that too. I kind of like that too. I like it like that, and I like it so that it doesn't have to go down both sides of this. It can just kind of stick up in a corner. Then you can see all of this really good. So a ton of options on this. And maybe what I'll do, you guys, is I'll take photos of it a couple different ways. I'll take a photo of it like this. I'll take a photo of it up like this. And then I'll take a photo with both corners done. So there'll be 3 options to do with this wreath, with this beautiful sign from Unique in the Creek, right? So we'll use anywhere from 1 to 2 swags, and I'll give you 3 different options how they look, and I'll photograph them all. So make sure you stay tuned and go back on the Unique in the Creek page or on the Unique Wreath Creators page, where I'll post all 3 of those photos, and you can pick which one you like best and run with it. All right, you guys, so this was so much fun, and I'll get this all back together for you all tomorrow, and we'll chat again in a couple more weeks, and I hope you guys have a great one. How about the bottom of like a flower box? Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let me see. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Oh, I like that one a lot. Do you guys like that one a lot? We'll do all of these. I'll do all of these for you. We'll do top, bottom, this way, and corners. Yeah, I'll do this in like 4 different ways for you tomorrow. So this is a fun thing to do. So you know when you get these, many options. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. This was fun, even though we took it apart and we're going to put it back together. I love that we got to take it apart and put it back together so we could see everything we can do with these, because these are large, you know, these are really large signs. So you got a lot of options. All right, you guys, good night, and we will see you